Shit towards the mic.
Babby. Babby. Babby.
That might be a shot, yeah.
Babby. How sensitive is it?
It's actually pretty good. Oh, I'm not gonna put that in.
Babby.
So, how have you been?
Good. Babby.
What have you been up to? Do we need to restart?
It's just fucking funny. It's like you start a conversation. Do we need to restart? No, go.
What have you been up to?
Getting lit.
I see. What are your plans after high school?
Go to IU in California.
California?
Mm-hmm. Work for my aunt.
What do you majoring in IU?
Psych.
Psych. Do you have any big plans for the summer before you go to IU?
Make it a movie. Ayy.
It's good mentality. You excited about leaving Valpo?
Yeah. Valpo sucks.
Alright. So, how'd you meet him?
I don't want to say his name just to piss you off. I met him in...
You can say it, we'll just bleep it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. Because it's just a... I met him in 6th grade in advisory class.
Anything happened? Do you have like a recognizable first interaction with him?
Not really. I just remember playing the game with him. That was like the first thing we did. I was like, that's gotta be like the first thing.
So you known him for 6 years?
Yeah, about.
How close would you consider yourself to him?
It depends on the time. Middle school we were really close, and freshman year we were pretty close. Then like sophomore year we weren't that close, and then junior year we got closer again at DQ. And then yeah.
So it like varied throughout?
Yeah. Sophomore year I didn't see him as much.
Do you think would you say there's any change, like significant change in him when you knew him? Like was he different in middle school to high school or anything like that?
No, not at all. He was the same fucking kid.
He kind of looked like it too. Do you have like a favorite memory with him?
I don't know. There's good ones. Some of the big ones are like when he like would ask my mom for Dippin' Dots, and then he thought she hated him because he asked for them, and then like at DQ, he was just an idiot. He was like, "Fuck you."
How was he at DQ?
What do you mean?
Like, you can answer that any way you want.
How was he as an employee?
Employee, yeah, coworker.
A bad employee, a good coworker.
Was it a good feeling or a bad feeling when you'd see you on a shift?
It was good because I liked hanging out with him, but it was bad because he sucked, and that meant I had to do everything.
Do you have a favorite DQ memory?
Oh yeah, him sticking the knife out the window. That was funny. Even though I wasn't working, but same thing.
How did he end up leaving DQ?
It was the mental health reasons.
Do you think he taught you anything important or significant?
He taught me some fighting stuff, like MMA, because I was gonna go do it with him, but obviously that didn't happen.
Anything else besides like fighting, like non-practical, like deeper things?
Not really, because he didn't open up very often. He just made jokes about. He was like,
Do you think you taught him anything significant, like left any sort of impact on him?
I don't know. I just tried to. I do it with a lot of people. I don't. He was kind of passive sometimes, so I try to get him to like stand up for himself. Because I don't like when people like just take shit. That's what I'm working on with.
Yeah. Is there anything that stood out to you, like the most about, if like someone asked you like to describe in one word, like what would you say?
Funny.
Funny. You'd say his humor was his most distinct trait.
Yeah.
Got any examples of his humor?
Yeah. Well, he used to. Oh, I can't say that. Never mind. He used to. I don't know. He would just cuss all the time, and he would like. We'd always tell him he could barely talk because he didn't know English that well, and then he didn't use that well. So we just tell him he couldn't speak, and he'd be like, and it was just funny.
We can bleep his name, but it kind of reminds me a lot of like, where like you're just cussing for the sake of cussing.
Is that?
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Probably like late May. It was a while. Like I saw him I talked to him on the phone if I was if Julian was with him, but I don't think I saw him since May.
Did you? That would have been work or school is where you saw him.
I saw him more at work than school, I think.
Do you remember anything about the last time you saw him, or do you just know the general timeline?
No, actually no. No, that's not true. Last time we saw him was when me and you were working. I think last time I saw him was when he hung out the window. It was one of the last times, if not the last time. So it'd be June or July whenever we went there.
Was there anything that stood out the last time you saw him, or the last few times seeing him?
No, not really.
So if someone asked if it all seemed different or suicidal at the time,
No, because he would always joke about it, so I didn't think he'd take that serious. And then he I don't know, the only thing that was different was him taking a break from DQ. But I thought he was just he was being serious.
yeah. So would you say because you were talking about his humor, would you say his humor was pretty dark?
Yeah.
What would he joke about I'm trying to think stuff like that?
Yeah.
Would you say out of all the topics he joked about, was how prevalent was his
I don't know. I feel like he just did a lot for shock value. I feel like they were like pretty prevalent, but I couldn't like think if it was like more or not. I just know he would always say like, well, looking back on it, it was probably a defense mechanism.
Yeah. A lot of it too is probably I think he was very prideful, so like having suicidal thoughts, they were so like I don't know, outrageous to him, like so like not him that he like the only way he could deal with having those thoughts was kind of using humor.
Yeah.
Are you glad like you had time with him?
Yeah, for sure.
If you had the choice to like prevent yourself from meeting him and like sparing yourself like all the pain like you had from his passing, do you think you would still meet him?
Yeah, I'd still meet him.
When did you find out about his passing?
The night of.
From who?
From you.
When you, what was your like gut reaction?
I don't know. I just felt weird. Like my heart kind of like, I don't know. It didn't even feel real. So I didn't even like. I don't really have like when my grandma passed. Like I don't have like a reaction until like it's like confirmed. I don't know. It's like weird.
Yeah, I know you said he didn't appear like outwardly suicidal, knowing him, but looking back, did you see any warning signs?
Mm. I like if I had time to think about it, I think I could, but like off the top of my head, not really. Because I think me and you talked about him having warning signs, but I forgot what it was. Like the main one is leaving DQ, obviously, but like I know there's more to it, but I forgot which ones they were.
Yeah.
Oh, it was his but he hit him. It was his playlists with the music he listened to.
Which is weird because he never shared that. He shared that with Julian, but he kind of just put that out there. It was almost like I feel like a last resort, like if someone stumbles upon it before they could try to reach out.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted anyone to know.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was like? Why do you feel like that was? He didn't want anyone to know.
Cause cause he like thought people would make fun of him. I think.
Yeah. Have you ever? You can answer this with as much like depth or as vague as you want. Have you ever struggled with your mental health?
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate or just?
No.
Have you ever received treatment?
Yeah.
And then did his passing impact your mental health at all?
Yeah. I had to up my meds.
Did you think you came to any realizations after he passed? Like, did you learn any like lessons you felt?
Probably like just don't like take your friends for granted. Cause like I didn't like talk to him as much right before, and I wish I would have like checked on him a bit more.
Yeah. So did he ever talk to you about like fighting?
Yeah, a lot.
Um, what did you think about like his career goal for a time to be like a professional fighter?
I thought it was like plausible. I thought he could do it because like I don't know, he like he knew a decent amount. Like when we would shadow box, he like knew when my openings were and stuff. And like I didn't know that because I like didn't know anything about fighting, but like having like trained a bit, like it's pretty tough.
You guys shadow box?
Yeah, with like no pads.
When was this?
It was just like at DQ or like around there.
I had a feeling it would be inside the queue. You glad you had? 'Cause I feel like that's probably the most intimate fighting experience anyone's had with him, like outside of his gym.
Probably.
So you glad you had that opportunity to like see that side of him?
Yeah, cause like he like kind of got me into it a bit. Cause
Yeah.
I was gonna sign up and then like I don't know, my mom was just weird about it.
Did he teach, tell, show like anything significant about fighting for you?
Yeah, he taught me uh like striking points where to hit. I still remember that. Like if you hit too low on your stomach, it won't hurt because your organs are up here, so you have to hit like around the rib cage and stuff.
Do you guys ever bond over music at all?
No, I kind of like teased him about it. Like I liked his music, but I teased him because he would listen to Eminem a lot. So I just like, I don't know, I just like make fun of him.
Yeah, you're the first person to bring that up. When people talk about music tastes, it's a lot of like Green Day and like Blink-182. But I'm surprised because no one's brought up the Eminem yet.
Yeah, no, he used to always show me Eminem and be like, that sucks. But I was just teasing him.
What would you say if you had to guess? What do you think his like favorite Eminem album would be?
Album? I honestly don't know the album. Pretty sure like, I don't even know all of them. What's the one where it's like the house? Like the house is the cover. Do you know what?
Marshall Mathers LP.
It's probably that one. I want to say that one, but I might be wrong. Because I know he liked a lot of like basic songs a lot. Like he liked to Lose Yourself and stuff. And
Yeah.
he would like rap it. It was funny with his accent.
What do you think music meant to him?
I'm pretty sure like all he did was listen to music at home. Like he listened to music a lot. I think he like found people he liked and then just like listened to them a ton.
Yeah. Do you think it was like an escape for him, considering like one of the lasting things he left like to the world was a playlist?
Yeah. Cause I feel like cause he like wasn't good at communicating, I feel like that was like the best way for him to.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever thought about that. Like both, like literally, like it wasn't like a real language barrier, but he definitely had a hard time like articulating himself. Coming from and like he was also a closed off person, so I think like this music was like a deeper representation of things he couldn't necessarily express with words.
Yeah, you can listen to it and see like why he liked it.
Yeah. Before we do the final question, is there anything like you'd like to say?
Mm, no, not really. Just like I don't know how many people like cried on here, but like I don't like cry ever. So I'm not trying to seem like as if I'm not as sad about it. I just don't like cry.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's been different. You can tell it still impacted everybody, though.
Yeah.
All right. If you could say one thing to him right now, what would it be?
Mm, let me think. I'd probably just tell him that I miss him, and I wish I would have checked up on him more and helped him talk some of his stuff out. Because I feel like if he was able to talk more to people, it might have been a bit different.